SEO. Having exact title match the keywords I'm trying to rank for. Is it tags? Besides Yoast, is there a site where I can input? Okay, I'm going to give you a quick rundown just very quickly of what this has been working for me for since 2013 or 14. I guess it's probably 14. It was around panda.4 where I came up with these numbers or came across these numbers, and it has pretty much been steady ever since. I still use these numbers now, and it still works for me. Okay, and so these are what I'm going to show you. You guys see, I just put 2%, 1%, and 0.2%. Okay, what that means, and I'm going to try to explain this quickly because I know we still got a bunch of questions to get through. The three most or the four things that the bot comes to look at when Google comes to crawl a page is SEO title, then it's the URL, then it's the meta description, and then it's the header, H tag. So the header tag, which would be the title tag, right? H1. All right. So these are the four things that the bot comes and looks at when it first comes to crawl the page. And what I've always done that's been working for me ever since, I think, like I said, 2014, I guess, was to stop optimizing all four of these, right? What I do now is I make my exact match keyword only at the SEO title. That's it. So I put EMK here, exact match keyword, right? Exact match keyword. Then for the URL, we would also put the keyword in the URL, right? The slug, the post slug, right? And so it would always be whatever the exact match keyword was is the SEO title. Then we would also add that as the slug. I don't do that anymore. I try to make the slug as short and as succinct as possible, right? Just whatever it is, or I try to make it short. I don't like long URLs. I never have, and so I don't use the exact match keyword in that. So this, I just keep it short. And if you're going to use a keyword of some sort, don't use the same one. Use a variation. Use a shorter tailed, a broad version of it. Don't include a local modifier if it's for local. That kind of stuff, right? There's a lot of things. It depends on what your root domain is too. If your root domain is exact match keyword, you certainly don't want a keyword on your slug too, unless it's obviously like a completely separate type of keyword or something. So again, there's a lot of variables, Peter, that we don't have time to go over, and I don't have all the data, but I'm just giving you kind of a high level overview. Meta description, guys, think about that as your CTA, right? Your call to action. So another way to think about that is ad copy, right? You don't need to put any keywords in the meta description. The only reason why you might want to put a keyword in there is because I'm sure you're aware when Google determines what they call match words, which were words that are similar or close variants of whatever the seed keyword is that was used in the query, Google will bold or highlight those by bolding the text in the actual search result page. And so the only reason why having the keyword or a close variant of the keyword in the meta description is beneficial is because it helps to bold that keyword or that close variant, what they call a match word, a match keyword. Then that kind of stands out in the search results a bit, but it's unnecessary because the way I look at meta descriptions, guys, is really it's about your call to action. Give a compelling reason why somebody should click your listing over any of the others on that page, right? So use that as ad copy. So anyways, and then lastly, the title tag. The title tag is the H1 tag, right? The header tag for the article title or the post title, whether it's a page or a post, it doesn't matter. But for this, I always try to use conversational conversational title, right? Which would be much more logical. Again, human or natural language patterns. So basically announce what the content is going to be about, right? And so you can work in a keyword in there. I would not work in the same exact match keyword. I would work in a variation of it, right? So a synonym, a LSI, latent semantic indexing keyword, co-occurring keyword, and any number one of those types of related words, right? And so as far as and I point this out, guys, because I've been using this same formula now since again 2013 2014 ish, whenever it was Panda 4 came out, and it's been working for me ever since. All of my sites are optimized like this. All right, then lastly, before we move on, SEOcentro.com. This is a tool that I use. It's an online tool. It's free, guys. There's a keyword density checker over here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. Again, it's SEO Centro, CENTRO.com. In the left-hand sidebar under SEO tools, you're going to look for keyword density. Click on that. And then what you do is just copy the page URL after you've published it. Copy the page URL and come paste it in here. Then type in your CAPTCHA number thing. Click submit. And like, let's just grab, I don't know, something with some content on it. Let's just grab a Wikipedia page. We'll say New York City. See if Wikipedia comes up. Here we go. I'm going to grab this and we're going to drop this into the keyword density checker so I can show you how to read this report or the data that it generates. Oh, it's too big. Son of a bitch. All right, let's find another one and let's try this one. Not probably much content on here. No, there's not, but that's okay. I want to keep moving. So let me do this. Okay. So this is what you're going to see when the report comes back. You're going to look at it's going to show top keywords, and then it's going to show keyword density based upon 1-word phrases, 2-word phrases, and 3-word phrases. And I'll show you that here in a minute. So these numbers that I'm pointing out here, these are the thresholds that I try to stay within, which means I try to stay for 1-word phrases. I try to keep it under 2%. For 2-word phrases, I try to keep it under 1% density level. And for 3-word phrases, I try to keep it under 0.2% or 0.2%. Does that make sense? And so the reason why I like this tool better is because you just mentioned the Yoast plugin. Remember, guys, the Yoast plugin only analyzes the post body, the content body of a page or a post. It does not analyze the rest of the page. So once you've published a page, guys, think about all of the other elements on that page when you're viewing the page on the public-facing side of the website. You've got your header, your navigation menu, your sidebar, your footer. You've got any sort of plugins that are inserting code or images or anything else in the post body that Yoast doesn't analyze. So my point is, Yoast doesn't analyze the page in its entirety. All it analyzes is the content body, right? So my point is, like, Yoast will tell you that you're within specific thresholds and stuff, and then you go, once you publish the post or the page, you come over here and check keyword density, and it's way over optimized because you have many keyword occurrences in the navigation header, in sidebar, in the footer, in images, in banner images that have alt text with the keywords, things like that. All of that stuff that doesn't get analyzed by Yoast. And so people get misled by using those plugins and trusting the judgment. I haven't used the SEO analysis of any of those plugins in years, guys, because they'll steer you in the wrong direction. So this is a much better tool because, again, it's free. It just takes a second to run a report. You can scroll down, and this is a lot of words on here. Here's keywords, 2 words. You can see their top level term, one, which is learn more. It's not even a keyword really, is 1%. So they're within thresholds, right? If we scroll down to the 3-word phrases, you're going to see I try to stay, right here, 3 words. And I always thought that was funny that they misspelled 3. It's a keyword like tool and they misspelled 3. Anyways, I try to keep that under 0.2%. That makes sense? So again, guys, here's your thresholds, and we're going to keep moving. 1-word phrase, or excuse me, yeah. So this would be 1 word, 2 word, and then 3 words. It's a good question, though. We might even have this in our frequently asked questions.